How is everybody doing?
Hey.
I'm just sharing out.
Yeah.
Woo, we live. And it's
Who
blurry.
Yo is? I think it's the color changing in the background.
No.
That might be messing with the cameras a little bit.
No, it was just blurry like it does.
Oh. It was the devil.
Yeah.
The devil.
So, speaking of the devil, we are going to be talking about
Joran Van Der
Sloot. This guy, I swear to God.
Part 2.
Yep, part 2. We haven't, we didn't finish it. So we left off with talking about the father's involvement with the case, which I didn't really know much about until we saw this.
I didn't know about it either. I didn't know that he got so involved and was like, oh, I'm going to try to get this guy out. I mean, my son out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
How are you? Hey, Kisa.
Hey, Kisa.
So, yeah. Here we go. So Joran Van Der Sloot's dad is Paulus Van Der Sloot.
Hey there, I am Paulus Van Der Sloot. I am here to break my son out of prison. I can't believe I did that almost right. So spot on with the accent, right?
Well, yeah, totally. Sven's going to come in here and be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing messing up my accent there, hey buddy?
He's not!
In my head he is.
He's German. Why are you turning you up and me down?
I didn't turn yours down. Turn yours down.
You can't really hear me over you.
Hold on.
You're loud.
There you
go. Yeah.
Joran Van Der Sloot.
All right. So here we go.
It's so fun saying it that way.
Joran Van Der Sloot.
Hey, I am Joran Van Der Sloot. Do you have a daughter that I can take out to the Costa Ricas, huh?
Joran Van Der Sloot.
I'll totally bring her back unharmed. That's fucked up. God. Wow. I've been reading a lot of stuff with Edward Lee, and I really think I'm going to have a place in hell.
I
mean,
yeah, yep, it's a combo of Swedish and German now.
That's definitely a Mortal Kombat combo right there. Hey, the Swedish German.
So glad I took my headset off for that. Hold on. I'm just trying to fix my hair. Jeez. I am so glad I took my headset off at that moment. That would have been really loud.
I messed with mine before the show, and now I can't get it right.
I think you messed with mine too.
Wait, right there. Now. There, that's good. That's perfect.
All right, guys. Woo! We're not all here, okay?
No, I
did not.
I had some of the devil's lettuce before the show.
I did not partake.
It was nice.
All right. So Paulus Van Der Sloot was arrested on June 22nd, 2005 for questioning in Holloway's disappearance. He was ordered released to be released on June 26th after 3 days of questioning. According to Aruba's chief prosecutor, one of the Calpo brothers told investigators that Paulus, who at the time was training to be a judge, advised his son that without a body, the police have no case. Beth Holloway pursued Van Der Sloot's parents in the media circus on Aruba, which ensued after Natalie's disappearance. She stated that Paulus acknowledged that they could not control their son and that they'd even sent him to a psychiatrist. And obviously it did not work. Woohoo! Big summer blowout.
Right.
I love our people.
We couldn't control our son, so
let's just send him to Aruba. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you to Bermuda, Bahama.
Ooh, I want to take you to the bottom of the ocean now.
At the floor of the sea. Oh, yeah. I just did that.
Well, I chimed in with my bit. So
that's cool. We're going together.
I am planning to be an archduke, or something like that in hell. That's what I'm going to do.
Aruba, I hear it's a party place.
Well, I heard Bikini Bottom is because, oh, fuck.
Hey, otherwise, how are you?
Hey.
Hey. God damn it. I'm over here at the floor.
Could you imagine SpongeBob as a serial killer? I think he actually is a serial killer.
No. Garth Brooks is.
Garth Brooks is. That's the fucking best. Oh, what was the comedian?
His serial killer name is Chris Gaines. Okay, if any of you get that,
look it up. Look it up on Garth Brooks, though. We thought it was a joke, and we went and looked it up, and there's been several people.
There's a lot of missing people
that go missing on his tour or around it.
It was Tom Segura.
Who
was joking around, and Tom Segura has since been blocked by Garth Brooks.
On Twitter.
Because he's all, where are the bodies, X. G? Where are the bodies? Where are the bodies, G?
It's fucking hilarious, man. I mean,
and he's all, I was fucking joking. I'm a comedian. Holy fuck.
And now, look, there might be a future you can't set with us on Garth Brooks. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We'll call him like Narth Rooks or something like that. That way we can get away with it.
Chris Gaines. half off swimsuits, clogs, and a sun balm of my own invention. Murder rolls. Crack. Hey, William, what's up?
How goes the Ecto one?
The Mad Butcher. Also, how goes the band?
The band. Oh, that's right.
Fuck
that's
yeah.
Right. Darth Brooks.
Darth looks.
Oh, Darth looks. I'm getting like very much like really messed up like Wayne's World vibes from that one.
And the murder rolls and the lightning strikes.
The murder rolls and the axes come down. Yeah.
Another blood runs cold on this moonlit night. Okay. I'm ashamed that I know some country.
Hey, actually,
that's a good song though. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking Dwight Yoakam is God, dude. He is so good.
You know what song I actually do like? Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen.
Oh, which one was that?
It's all, he never hit the brakes and he was shifting gear.
Oh, wasn't that was Garth Brooks too, wasn't it?
Papa loved mama, mama loved man.
No, who was that?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was Rodney Carrington, I think.
No, it wasn't. It's an actual song.
Was it?
Yes.
Away. Well, I thought oh no, Rodney Carrington did that. Show me your boobs.
The Garth Brooks song. Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen.
Yeah, he's talking about how abusive his mother was, and now he's taking out on everybody.
No, so it was like because his dad was the dad was a trucker. The mom liked men. She was kind of a hooker.
Ho for show.
And Mama's in the graveyard, Papa's in the pen. I just like the line. He never hit the brakes and he was shifting gears.
Oh, the best is from Cocaine Blues. I thought her was her daddy, but she had 5 more.
So tonight we are going to talk about country music that we actually like, which is rare.
Oh, one of the nights. Okay, so a while ago, because we always bring up my ex, but I'll tell a true story.
12-inch duck and a dozen roses in a pickup truck.
How did you know my porno name? that entire phrase, Kisa, is my porno name. 12-inch duck and a dozen roses and a pickup truck. That's it. That's gonna be on our credits everywhere now. Actually, I think I'm going to change my name from Hexus to that.
12-inch duck and a dozen roses in a pickup truck.
We got to write that down. We're doing this.
I'm just gonna bring this up. This is now his name. Hold on.
It won't fit. It won't fit. I promise you, it won't fit. I am not lying to you. It's not going to fit on the crawler right there or whatever it is for our names. It's not going to do it. No, it has to be and. It's not an ampersand. My name does not have an ampersand in there. Okay. 12 roses, 12-inch duck, and 12 roses and a pickup truck. You could use like, nope. Ah, it fit.
A good guess. You found his porn, didn't you?
I watched some weird shit. I'm not gonna lie. I go down the rabbit hole.
12-inch duck and a dozen roses and a pickup truck. Anarchia.
Oh, one of these nights we need to do like a porno rabbit hole on here. Like, guys, we're gonna start with one phrase that we keyword with, and then you guys can pick up the porn we watch and see if we're right.
I'm all, honk.
I guess we're not talking about Joran Van Der Sloot anymore.
Okay, back to Joran. Actually, Paulus.
Hey, it's a policy end of never mind, I fucked up.
I just know Rodney Carrington. Show them to me. All right, so here we go. Excuse me. I actually need water, so here we don't go. Hold on.
That's what she said.
On November 10th, 2005, Paulus won an unjust detention action against the Aruban government, clearing his name as a suspect and allowing him to retain his government contract. Paulus Van Der Sloot then brought a second action seeking monetary damages for himself and his family because of his false arrest. The action was initially successful, but the award of 40,000 florins.
What's a florin?
It's Aruban currency, which would be $22,300 in US money, was reversed on appeal. The family's finances had become depleted by their legal expenses. On January 2007, Paulus found work as a managing partner at the law firm that had represented him.
Well, actually, that's their law. I was about to say, isn't that highly like unethical here in America?
Carlos says, pretend like your feet stink.
What?
Does that mean put them up in the air?
Oh, I get it.
Squirrel. So, excuse me. Whew. On November 24th, 2008, Fox News on the Record aired an interview with Joran Van Der Sloot in which he said that he sold Holloway into sexual slavery, receiving money both when Holloway was taken and later to keep quiet. He also alleged that he paid the Calpo brothers for their assistance and that his father, Paulus, paid off 2 police officers who had learned that Holloway was taken to Venezuela.
There's got to be some truth in that. I'm not saying for the sexual slavery part because clearly he killed her, but it sounds like he's hiding truth and lies right there.
There's a body. He was a known sex trafficker. Yeah. Is a known sex trafficker. So Van Der Sloot later retracted these statements that he made in the interview. The show aired part of an audio recording provided by Van Der Sloot, which he alleged was a phone conversation between himself and his dad, in which Paulus displayed knowledge of his son's purported involvement in human trafficking. According to prosecutor Hans Moos.
Excuse me?
Hans Moos.
Hans Moos. Huh.
Hans Moos. The other voice heard on the recording was not that of Paulus. The Dutch newspaper De Telegraaf, that's what it says, reported that the father's voice was almost certainly that of Joran trying to speak in a lower tone.
Is this why everyone doesn't like the Dutch? Because they have the weirdest fucking names.
I don't know.
I actually
January 8th, 2010, Paulus ended his partnership at the law firm where he had been working. On February 10th of 2010, while playing tennis in Aruba, he died from a heart attack at the age of 57.
Jesus Christ.
Joran Van Der Sloot returned to Aruba soon after and took up gambling. His mother, Anita, later remarked that Van Der Sloot had severe mental problems and had blamed himself for his father's death. Well, you know what?
Well,
you should.
Fucking hell, man.
You fucking should.
That was actually just him seeking attention because he's a fucking narcissist. That was not him having any remorse.
But to be fair, all the shit that he put his family through, yeah.
Exactly. He's a narcissist, and he doesn't acknowledge any of that. It was just a moment for him to take advantage of.
He likes the attention. He had left for Aruba before she could have involuntarily committed him, leaving a note, "I'm gone, do not worry."
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he's my ex-wife. I'm gone, Frank.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about me. I'll just be laying in the gutter somewhere. That actually was said to me several times. And then I giggled.
I would have been like, all right, which gutter? I mean, just so that I know how to, to call the animal control to pick you up. They have those nice air conditioned little boxes that they could put you in. Or if you're dead, they'll just scoop you up. I didn't say hers. Look, she was probably in the gutter by Arby's, okay?
Beef and cheddar.
So
that definitely wasn't a market for a sandwich.
She's wow.
All right.
Totally a Slytherin is still down there.
A 12-inch duck and a dozen roses and a pickup truck and a kya. Totally a Slytherin.
You scratched my back. Sorry. Did she have rabies? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has rabies. We're also pretty sure that she throws cats at people. Cats, raccoons, snakes. They're all in her car hanging out with her.
Cougars.
She thinks she's a cougar. Okay.
We're going to get a call now.
I was going to say, we're going to get a call. I heard what you said about me. Yeah, bitch. You know what? And I'll say it to your face.
Have people watching you.
Well, she thinks she's a cat lover and the savior of all cats. But the reality is...
Definitely not a pussy lover. I'll tell you that.
She's disgusting. And we found 15 cats in one room when we got her out.
All right.
Yeah, let's just say that. Anywho, and you know what? I hope you call us. Okay. Fucker. Around March 29th, 2010, Van Der Sloot allegedly contacted John Q. Kelly, Beth Holloway's legal representative, with an offer to reveal the location of Natalie's body and the circumstances surrounding her death for an advance of $25,000 against a total of $250,000. Kelly said that he secretly went to Aruba in April to meet with Van Der Sloot, who was desperate for money, and gave him $100. Kelly notified the FBI, which set up a sting operation with the Aruban authorities. On May 10th, Van Der Sloot allegedly accepted the sum of $15,000 by wire transfer to his account in the Netherlands, following a cash payment of $10,000 that was videotaped by an undercover investigator in Aruba. In exchange, Van Der Sloot told Kelly that his father buried Holloway's remains in the foundation of a house. Authorities determined that this information was false because the house had not yet been built by the time of Holloway's disappearance. But what about the foundation? Was it even started?
Okay, so real fast. So he's actually admitted to her death multiple times.
Yeah, just the circumstances are different every
time.
So
again, he's changed the circumstances with the new one. There's no way to believe this guy, know what's going on, because they haven't found the body yet or anything.
Yeah.
So
by the way, the whole reason why we're doing this in the first place is because he admitted to it.
Yeah.
Recently.
2 weeks ago or last month.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. They need to stop giving this guy attention.
He loves it.
She's gone, and it's
torturing the family.
Yeah, because every single time he changes things up, they put it all over the news. Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, that's my rant.
And here we are talking about him.
Exactly. Well, look, guys. Do as we say, not as we do. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So Van Der Sloot later emailed Kelly that he had lied about the house, of course. And Beth Holloway was shocked that the FBI did not promptly file extortion charges against him and allowed him to leave freely with the money to Bogota on his way to Lima. So the FBI and the Office of the U.S. Attorney contended that the case had not yet been sufficiently developed to enable filing those charges.
What?
On June 3rd, 2010, the U.S. District Court of Northern Alabama charged Van Der Sloot with extortion and wire fraud. U.S. Attorney Joyce White Vance issued an arrest warrant through Interpol to have him prosecuted in the United States. On June 4th, at the request of the U.S. Justice Department, Dutch authorities raised and confiscated items from 2 homes in the Netherlands, one of them belonging to Job Ames.
Yop. It has to be Yop.
It has to be Yop.
Yep.
I don't know. Well, he's a Dutch television
Yep,
personality. He gained fame as the first winner in 2008 of the Dutch reality TV series The Golden Cage, which would be the successor of Big Brother, where he became known as Terror Yap.
Wait, what does this have to do with Joran Van Der Sloot?
So this is he had previously interviewed Van Der Sloot.
Oh.
And he claimed to have knowledge of his criminal activities because of it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Aruban investigators used information gathered from the extortion case to launch a new search at a beach. No new evidence was found. Aruba's Solicitor General's office, Solicitor General?
Look, okay, if this guy was involved in sex trafficking, he literally, what he just admitted to might actually be correct. He just dumped her body in the ocean.
Yeah.
And way out in the ocean. Just never washed ashore. And it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks this even happened to her.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible, but yeah.
So the indictment filed, you threw me off and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
On June 30th, U.S. federal grand jury formally indicted Van Der Sloot with 2 charges. The indictment filed with the U.S. District Court sought the forfeiture of the $25,100 that had been paid to him. In an interview published by De Telegraaf on September 6, 2010, Van Der Sloot admitted to the extortion plot, stating, "I wanted to get back at Natalie's family. Her parents have been making my life tough for 5 years."
You made your life
really
tough.
Wait. Her parents have been making my life tough?
That is like the most narcissistic thing ever right there.
Jesus Christ.
This isn't my fault. This is their fault. How dare they try to get me put in jail and all this other shit?
What the fuck?
Eat shit and die, man. Fuck off. I hate narcissists so much. All of them. Every single narcissist, man. They're all the fucking same.
Yeah, they are.
Just can't take it. Just literally cannot take fault in any goddamn thing.
Nope. We all have to apologize to them, right?
Yeah, right.
Or my favorite is letters that say, "Let me set you straight." Excuse you? Fucking cunt.
At least start off with who yo is.
Who do you think you are?
If you started off with that, I would.
Dear Darla, you make me sick.
Thinking of Family Guy. Who do you, post crunch or whatever it was? Who do you think you are?
Obviously, this is all in jest. I love your product. So his attorney said that his client was not paid for the interview and suggested instead that maybe there was some mistake in the translation. On March 9th, 2014, the Peruvian government announced that Van Der Sloot would be extradited to the United States.
Was he?
In the year of 2038.
Thank you, Wikipedia. This is why we're getting those banners every time we click on it saying, "Please support us before we become privatized," or whatever it is.
No. That they would do it in 2038 because he needed to complete his 28-year sentence in Peru.
Oh.
For killing Stephanie Flores.
I was thinking they were going to start trying to process him here at like in any way, shape, or form, like with like wherever he's at, like in Aruba, like in 2038.
No, he's currently in.
No, he is. Yeah. I
Peruvian prison.
I thought it was. I'm sorry. I thought it was written that way, saying that, "Oh, we're not going to start anything until then."
So they're not going to extradite him to the United States until 2038 to face the charges for extortion and wire fraud, because they want him to complete his 28-year sentence in Peru for murdering Stephanie Flores. In February of 2016, an undercover reporter filmed Van Der Sloot confessing to Natalie Holloway's murder. The film shows Van Der Sloot in Dutch laughing over how he never told the truth.
Wait, he was in what? Come on now.
Speaking in Dutch.
Yeah, but like to be in Dutch is like to be mad at somebody.
No.
I swear to God, that is
going Dutch means splitting.
That's what it was. Whatever.
And yes, people get upset about that sometimes.
Yeah, whatevs.
But
well, then maybe I'm right.
Okay.
All right. Did you ever think about that? That I could possibly be right?
In February of 2016,
Sorry.
an undercover reporter filmed Van Der Sloot confessing to Holloway's murder.
Again?
The film shows Van Der Sloot speaking in Dutch, laughing over how he never told the truth about the entire event and that he had, in fact, killed Holloway. His Peruvian wife was also present during the conversation. By the way, yes, he got married while in prison in Peru.
That's the thing.
Yep. So,
Chicks, for some, there's a look at Richard Ramirez. Dear God. He was literally like pleasuring himself in front of girls he'd met, and they just sat there and was like just so enamored by him.
He's gross.
Yeah, all of them are.
So, June 8th, 2023, Van Der Sloot was extradited from Peru to the United States, landing in Birmingham Airport in, well, Birmingham, Alabama, just before 2:30 p.m. After arriving in Birmingham, he was taken to into U.S. custody and transferred to Hoover City Jail. On June 9th, he was arraigned in federal court in Birmingham on one count of extortion and one count of wire fraud against Bethany Holloway, Natalie Holloway's mother. He pled not guilty to each charge. Of course he did.
Dizzy, what's going on?
Hey!
Do you think that they have a lot of people who are schneef offenders at the Hoover City jail?
There's a lot of schneef, I'm
A
sure.
lot of hoovering of the schneefs.
They do dick dingers. I'm sure of it. they do dick dingers.
Okay, guys, if you need any reference to this, you have to start watching Letterkenny from season 1. And you'll eventually get to that part, and you'll understand
sure
what we're
people can
talking
figure
about.
out what dick dingers means. So, on October 18th, 2023, in a proffer letter, which Queen for a Day letter, it's a written agreement between a prosecutor and a defendant or prospective witness that allows the defendant or witness to give the prosecutor information about an alleged crime while limiting the prosecutor's ability to use it against him, basically.
Okay.
So, a proffer letter as part of a plea deal. Van Der Sloot admitted to beating Holloway to death on an Aruba beach. According to an interview transcript, Van Der Sloot bludgeoned her in the head with a cinder block and disposed of her body in the ocean. Judge Anna Manasco sentenced Van Der Sloot to 20 years on the extortion charges, which will run concurrently with his existing Peru sentence. That's bullshit.
That is very much.
That's bullshit.
That should be consecutive, not concurrent. He should have to come over here and do 20 years here after he's done with that one.
Oh, yeah. He should never see the light of day, honestly. Yeah. And if Peru is letting them have all kinds of conjugal visits and shit, no, that shit needs to be stopped. I'm sorry.
Well, actually, he would get that here too.
No, that shit needs to be stopped here too. Fuck that shit.
I'm okay. All right. You're okay.
These people don't deserve it.
You're in a safe spot.
Don't much like the fat bitch that lives around the corner and her fucking murderous.
Wait, which bitch is this? Okay.
She forgot to wear Spanx to a show.
Yeah, I've stuck my dick in a lot of crazy guys.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck that. Yes, a cinder block. A fucking cinder block.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy. And it's not true what they say. They're not that good.
So, did we talk about the murder of Stephanie Flores last time?
Yes.
And
we talked about his murders.
We talked a little bit about it, but I don't know if we went into detail on this.
Well, so why don't we go to commercial real fast?
Alrighty, we will be right back, and we will start with Stephanie Flores. If I can find the damn commercial, of course.
Stephanie Flores.
We'll be back.
Oakhurst Lunatic Asylum, case number 094. Dr. Mortimer Thornfield recording. Patient 0478, Stephen Peakity Cat. Often referring to himself as Spooky Tales with Steve the Cat. Diagnosis, Morbus Organismus Disorder, or MOD. Observation, patient exhibits an artistically delightful and disturbed mind. The patient's pursuit of selling t-shirts and merchandise that celebrate the macabre and the horrifying has led to the diagnosis of Morbus Organismus Disorder, a condition that melds artistic madness with a twisted appreciation for the darker side of cinema. Treatment plan, being that the patient's products are of a perfect embodiment of their twisted artistic vision and the unique nature of the condition. Procurement of said merchandise is recommended.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
In the southeast of America, in the quiet town of Quinton, located in Walker County, Alabama, a nightmare is about to unfold. To young friends embarking on a road trip, little did they know they were about to stumble upon a horrifying tale that would forever haunt their souls. They had no idea that their journey would lead them to the infamous Spook Trail family, deranged haunted maze makers known for their twisted ways and insatiable hunger to scare. But the question remains, will anyone make it out alive? Brace yourself, for the frights are about to begin.
Mayday! Mayday! Can you hear us? We need help. I repeat, we need help. Oakhurst Lunatic Asylum, case number 1972. Dr. Mortimer Thornfield recording. Patients 04853 through 04857, known as the Psycho Bunnies. Their true identities are unknown to me at this time. Diagnosis: Eccentricus malevolentis disorder, or EMD. The patients seem to have inclinations of a twisted and unconventional artistic talents, exhibiting a disconcerting combination of insanity, disorderliness, and a penchant for the macabre. Observation: their collective behavior and unyielding commitment to selling t-shirts and merchandise that revel in the darker aspects of existence have led to the diagnosis of eccentricus malevolentis disorder, a condition that merges artistic eccentricity with a delightfully wicked sense of humor. Treatment plan: the patient's relentless obsession with creating and selling t-shirts adorned with sinister slogans, macabre imagery, and morbid humor is a defining symptom of their condition. Therefore, procurement of said merchandise is recommended.
Now, back to the show.
I think I'm going to start saying everything.
Hey, Raven.
I think I was going to start saying macabre instead of macabre. Because that's a better sounding version of it. Hey, Raven, what's going on? Yay.
We love you too. I almost knocked over water. I almost pulled a Hexus. I'm sorry. I almost pulled a
You're going to pull a Hexus later.
12-inch duck and a dozen roses in a
You're
pickup
gonna do it.
truck.
It's going to happen. I see it in your future tonight.
Where's my crystal ball?
Hey.
So here we go. Let's talk about Stephanie Flores. On May 30th, 2010, the 5th anniversary of Holloway's disappearance, Stephanie Tatiana Flores Ramirez, 21, died at the hotel TAC in the Miraflores district of Lima, Peru. On June 2nd, a hotel employee found her body badly beaten.
So now we have an idea what that cinder block story might be true.
Yeah. In room 309. And the room had been registered in Van Der Sloot's name. He had departed from the hotel without returning the room key and left the television on. A tennis racket identified by the coroner as a possible homicide weapon was recovered from the room.
I think we should just start doing that too. Calling a homicide record.
Record, I said.
Oh, record. Just
June 2nd is your birthday?
June 2nd. Oh.
Yes, we love you. 323, hint, hint.
Okay, I'm going to start looking these up. I'm going to Google these Kisa.
So a hotel guest and an employee came forward saying that they saw Van Der Sloot and the victim enter the hotel room together. The police obtained video of the two playing cards at the same table the night before at the Atlantic City Casino in Lima. Van Der Sloot had entered Peru via Colombia on May 14th, 2010 to attend the Latin American Poker Tour. Flores was a business student who was less than a year from graduating from the University of Lima. She was the daughter of Ricardo Flores, who is the former president of the Peruvian Automobile Club and the winner of the Caminos del Inca rally in 1991. A prominent businessman and entertainment organizer, he ran for vice president in 2001 and for president 5 years later on fringe tickets.
Huh.
Ricardo Flores said the police found date rape drugs in her car, parked about 50 blocks from the hotel where she died.
That actually lines up with the whole sex trafficking and all that stuff. Sounds like she woke up or something and he just said, nope.
So her jewelry, money, identification, credit cards, everything was all missing, including about $1,000 that her father had given her to purchase a laptop computer and over $10,000 that she had won earlier at the casino. Obviously, she didn't use the $1,000 for the laptop.
Nope.
Flores reportedly kept this money in her car, but police found no money in the car during the search. After Flores' family reported her missing, police retrieved the hotel security surveillance tape and obtained Van Der Sloot's name and national identification number. Her brother's wife discovered Van Der Sloot's background in a Google search about an hour before her body was found. Peruvian officials named Van Der Sloot as the lone suspect in the homicide investigation. An Interpol notice was issued regarding Van Der Sloot, and it was believed that he had fled to Chile, possibly intending to return to Aruba through Argentina.
Nadine!
Hello! And by the way, 323 is the room from The Shining.
I saw that. I was laughing at it.
What's up?
What if we Google 323 Shining and then
Rule 34.
Rule 34.
Oh, God.
Hey, I have learned from my searches that, okay, you might want to, you do that. You put, you know, first, but then if you really want to see some fucked up shit, you just type porn after it. That's when you get to the fun stuff.
Look at, they censored me. But I don't remember saying 2 cuss words in a row.
Well, they censored you on the text part, but not the.
No, I know. I'm just thinking it's funny. So, Peruvian officials. Okay. Van Der Sloot was sighted entering Chile via the.
Where are you at? Sorry.
Chacuyuta.
Chatuya?
Okay. I cannot pronounce this.
It's fine. Whatever. The Chile border. There you go.
I was about to spell it. Thank you, but you just talked over me. Hey, Adam.
Did it say North Antarctica?
No, it does not.
Hey,
okay.
Adam. I can't talk right now.
Came across a school for it. Oh no. Okay. So I know how to say Vina del Mar and Santiago and Curacaví, but this one is just harder for me for some reason. But
I could say Weenie Weenies. Those things are so good. Vienna sausages, they're great.
So north of Arisa, which is sorry, they did that. You got me all jumbled.
Well, I love you.
Love you too. Love you, Dizzy. Sleep well.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this. Let's go back. He was sighted entering a border that was just north of Arcia, which is like a port city.
Yeah.
And on May 30th or 31st, rather, 2010, his ex-girlfriend, Melody Granadillo, said that Van Der Sloot sent her a text message asking for money to buy a ticket to Aruba. On June 3rd, Van Der Sloot was arrested by Curacaví, or near Curacaví, by the Investigations Police of Chile while traveling in a rented taxi on Highway 68 between the coastal city of Vina del Mar and the capital of Santiago. He was found with a laptop, foreign currency, a business card case, detailed charts of ocean currents around Lima, and bloody clothes. His phone SIM card was missing, which made mobile tracking of his location impossible. He told Chilean police that unidentified armed robbers hid in the hotel room and attacked Flores when she disobeyed their orders to be quiet. I'm sure, bud. I'm sure. Van Der Sloot's Dutch attorney claimed that his client was on his way to Santiago to turn himself in. Again, I'm sure, bud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what he was going to do.
He subsequently expelled...
Guys, I was already heading to meet you guys, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I was on my way to see you.
It's funny meeting you here, huh? He's at a bar.
Well, he was subsequently expelled and transported to by Chilean police in a Cessna 310 back to Arcia to be handed over to Peruvian authorities at the border crossing that he came in through. Van Der Sloot arrived at Lima Police Headquarters on June 5th, where he was interrogated about Flores' murder while represented by attorney Luz Maria Romero Chinche. The Dutch embassy provided a translator for his defense. He was held in a 7th floor cell and permitted contact with his mother. Van Der Sloot was placed on suicide watch by guards after it was reported that he deliberately hit his head against the wall. Whatever.
They should just let it happen.
Keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
June 10th, he was moved to a cell at the prosecutor's office in central Lima. So, surveillance video from the Atlantic City Casino recorded Flores winning $10,000 at a baccarat table on May 25th, 2010, while accompanied by a male friend who was not Van Der Sloot. According to casino spokesman Luis Laus, she also won $230 playing poker on May 29th, and it was common for people to know the identities of the big winners. Laus stated that Van Der Sloot did not win any money that night. At 3 a.m. on May 30th, Flores was recorded entering the casino alone, walking to a poker table where Van Der Sloot was sitting. Van Der Sloot had not registered for the Latin American Poker Tour. The deadline to pay the $2,700 for the entry fee was June 2nd. And so he was trying to win money to be able to do it. Police released hotel security video showing Van Der Sloot and Flores entering a hotel together at about 5 a.m. on May 30th. That should have been 31st. Anyway, I guess not. At about 8:10 a.m., he was shown walking across the street to a supermarket and returning with bread and 2 cups of coffee. Around 8:45, he was seen leaving the hotel alone with his bags. An autopsy ruled that Flores did not have sexual intercourse before her death. She was not under the influence of enough alcohol to prevent herself from resisting an attack. She suffered blunt force trauma to her head, which caused a brain hemorrhage, cranial fracture, and a broken neck.
Oh, wow.
She also suffered significant injuries to her face and showed signs of asphyxiation. Why can't I say it today?
She was strangled to death.
Asphyxiation. Yeah, she was strangled to death. According to the court documents, Flores tested positive for the presence of amphetamines. So, meth.
Yep.
The lab report does not indicate whether she took the drugs willingly or unknowingly, because amphetamines can also be for like ADHD, narcolepsy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's different medications that actually still have that component in it. That's why people use Sudafed. Yeah, words are hard.
Words are very hard.
So, the stains on Van Der Sloot's clothes matched Flores' blood type. Blood was also found on the floor, hallway, and mattress in the hotel room. Police stated that DNA tests would be conducted on the clothes, skin found under the victim's nails, and the previously recovered tennis racket. Ricardo Flores stated in interviews that his daughter's body needed to be exhumed to gather the fingernail DNA evidence, and that her body had not been cremated for this exact reason. On
Excuse me.
on
Sorry.
March 14th, 2011, the National Police of Peru provided a copy of the hard disk drive from Van Der Sloot's laptop computer to the FBI. Colonel Oscar Gonzalez of the Technical Division of the Peruvian Police stated that the United States federal investigation was interested in information related to Holloway's disappearance and the alleged extortion of her family. Peruvian detectives determined that the laptop accessed information about the Holloway case before Flores arrived in Van Der Sloot's hotel. It was then used to visit 2 poker websites at around the time that she was present in the room. According to the police dossier, the laptop was later used to search Google search for the subject's relationship between Peruvian and Chilean police, Chilean border pass, buses in Chile, and countries that do not extradite in Latin America. Wow. So on June 7th, 2010, Van Der Sloot reportedly confessed to killing Flores. Following hours of interrogation, he had initially proclaimed his innocence, but according to an expert in Peruvian law, the confession fit a defense strategy of trying to get the charge reduced to manslaughter, which is punishable in 6 to 20 years. Punishable by 6 to 20 years in prison, while a conviction of murder could result in up to 35 years imprisonment. The prosecution was seeking the sentence of 30 years. Peru does not issue life sentences in standard cases of murder and has abolished capital punishment in all but exceptional circumstances, such as crimes committed under military law.
So basically, also, I think treason, all
Yeah.
that stuff goes underneath that.
Yeah. A life sentence can be issued for a murder committed during the commission of a robbery. Peruvian President Alan Garcia Perez used the case to seek the reinstatement of the death penalty for murder. He was trying to make sure that Van Der Sloot could get the death penalty, but he was not successful.
That's actually next to impossible because him also not being a citizen there too. His country probably would petition to get him back then, at least to put him in jail over there.
In his written confession released by Peruvian police, Van Der Sloot recounted that he briefly left the hotel to get some coffee and bread and returned to find Flores using his laptop computer without his permission. A police source stated that she might have found information linking him to the disappearance of Holloway. An altercation allegedly began, and she attempted to escape. According to the aforementioned written confession, released by Peruvian authorities, Van Der Sloot stated, "I did not want to do it. The girl intruded on my private life. She didn't have any right. I went to her and I hit her. I was scared. We argued. She tried to escape, so I grabbed her by the neck and I hit her."
It sounds like she might have actually overheard something. Like overheard him talking or something like that and put 2 and 2 together, and then she went and looked things up.
Well, remember that her brother or brother-in-law the day before had found information on Van Der Sloot.
Yeah.
And the disappearance of Holloway. So it's very possible that she spoke with her brother-in-law.
Exactly.
Van Der Sloot reportedly stated that he was stoned on pot at the time. A detective
Hey guys, I was stoned on the pots at the time.
Yeah. A detective linked to the case said that Van Der Sloot considered getting rid of the body in a suitcase, but decided against it because he would have been stopped at the front desk. He then reportedly drank espresso, took amphetamines to counter the fatigue before fleeing the hotel. What?
Probably like
Sounds like something my mom would do.
Trucker's Delight and all that stuff. Something you would get at the gas station.
I'm going to get a 5-hour energy drink and an 8-hour energy drink, and I'm going to drink coffee, and I'm going to drink an energy drink, and I'm going to drink this matcha, and I'm also going to take some fen-phen.
What it sounds like too is he did not want to get on a bus or a taxi and fall asleep in there, and then them possibly recognizing him or something along those lines and dropping him off at the police.
Yeah. Criminal Police Chief Cesar Guardia said Van Der Sloot let slip that he knew the place where Holloway's body was buried. Guardia stated that the interrogation was limited to their case in Peru, which he considered practically closed, and that questions about Holloway's disappearance were actually avoided. Guardia said that the confession contains lies because Van Der Sloot's toxicological report shows no signs that he had ingested any kind of drug.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Felonies committed under the influence of drugs can gain leniency in Peruvian court. And that's why he was stating that.
Oh. Yeah, and this is also how stupid they are, like narcissists are, to think that, oh my God, I'm just going to say this, they're going to believe me without
testing.
Especially in another country that's not America, where they can literally just say, no, we're just going to take we're going to take samples from you right now, no matter what you say.
Yeah, pretty much. So Guardia said that the motive for the crime was probably robbery. Van Der Sloot reportedly offered a different motive for killing Flores, stating that he feared that she would go to the police.
Well, that's what he was saying. If the murder happened during a robbery, he would get life in prison.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Matthew, sorry.
But yeah, that's what he was trying for, and then he was trying for the death penalty and all that stuff to make sure he got maximum, where he wasn't out in, like, 5 years after probation or whatever, so they can just ship him out of the country.
Well, that's what they're saying. They're trying to say the motive was robbery, because if she was murdered during a robbery, then they could actually use the capital punishment.
Yep.
Van Der Sloot reportedly offered a different motive for the killing.
They just draft him in the military real fast. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to pop in like that. They just draft him in the military so they can actually use the death penalty on him.
Right. On June 14th, Peruvian authorities released written transcripts of Van Der Sloot's alleged confession. His mother, Anita, expressed concern that her son's confession might be coerced. According to Van Der Sloot's former attorney, his mother advised him not to make any more statements or sign anything, but it was too late. Van Der Sloot later retracted the confession in a prison cell interview with De Telegraph, claiming that he had been coerced and tricked by the police with a promise of being transferred to the Netherlands. He stated that at the time he signed the confession of the documents, he did not understand the content as it was in Spanish. He had a translator.
Well,
he was quoted, "In my blind panic, I signed everything, but I didn't even know what it said." Van Der Sloot said that he was lured to Peru and framed by another gambler named Elton Garcia.
You know how, like, the Chiefs use politics and football to win? No, that's exactly what this guy's doing.
Yeah. Who he claimed was working undercover for the FBI. Van Der Sloot's attorney, Maximo Alonso Altez Navarro, stated his intention to resign from the case because representing Van Der Sloot created so many problems for him. He had been threatened and harassed for taking the case, and Van Der Sloot's family was unable to afford his legal fees. Navarro stated stayed on to file a motion to void the confession on the grounds that his client was not properly represented during his interrogation. On June 25th, Superior Court Judge Wilder Cacique Alvazuri rejected the motion, noting that Van Der Sloot had been represented by a state-appointed lawyer and provided with a translator by the Dutch embassy prior to his confession. Navarro commented that Van Der Sloot was depressed.
Aww.
Because he was in prison.
Aww.
On June 11, 2010, Lima Superior Court Judge Juan Buendia ordered Van Der Sloot held on charges of first-degree murder and robbery, determined that he had acted with ferocity and great cruelty. Under Peruvian law, Van Der Sloot was not eligible to be released on bail and would be tried by a panel of 3 judges rather than a jury. A simple majority of the 3 was required to convict. To convict.
It's got to get 2/3.
Yep. Police transported Van Der Sloot on the same day from Lima's Palace of Justice in an armored truck while angry onlookers yelled and threw rotten lettuce at it. He was taken to the Miguel Castro, that's what it says, Miguel Castro maximum security prison, and placed in a cell near the prison director's office for his own safety. He was registered as inmate 326390 and separated from the Gen Pop under 24-hour guard in a high-security cell block housing only one other inmate. Van Der Sloot reportedly offered to disclose the location of Holloway's body in exchange for a transfer to an Aruban prison because he feared for his life. Peruvian President Garcia Perez declared that Van Der Sloot would have to stand trial for the homicide before any extradition request could be considered. He stated that Van Der Sloot would serve his prison sentence in Peru. No treaty exists for transfer of prisoners between Peru and the Netherlands.
Susan's last comment.
Oh, I thought he was a rich boy. How could his family not afford that?
Exactly.
Why does that remind me of the scene from Monty Python?
Right?
Wait, which part? All of it? Oh, we got the nose. Got the nose. The boop snoot.
Yay.
Oy.
How much more do we have left?
A lot.
No, we don't. I'll go scroll down real fast. I would just stop after that paragraph. I think we're good.
There's so much more, though.
We're at an hour. I'm tired.
And now I just lost where I was. On June 15th, the Aruban and Peruvian authorities announced that they would cooperate with their respective cases involving Van Der Sloot. Aruban investigators expected to be able to interview Van Der Sloot in Peru in August once Peruvian authorities had completed their investigation. At his first formal hearing within the on-site courtroom Miguel Castro prison on June 21st, Van Der Sloot refused to discuss the case with Judge Carlos Morales Cordova, claiming that his right to due process had been violated. But you're in a different country.
Yeah.
Van Der Sloot filed a complaint with the National Police of Peru, accusing Chief Detective Miguel and Angel Canilla Ore.
They have all the proper Spanish names there. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like super proper Spanish names there.
Of misconduct. Oh, the rotten lettuce.
The rotten lettuce.
The cabbage. The rotten lettuce.
I love other countries because they like they do everything like it's still like medieval times when like they parade people around and all their stuff.
Turn me into a newt.
I got better.
I got better. They're lucky elderberries weren't thrown.
It's my juniper bears.
Hey. Hey. Whew, okay. So he was accusing Chief Miguel Angel Caña Ore of misconduct. He also claimed that his laptop had been improperly searched. How do you properly search it?
I don't know.
Turn it on and you look at it because you're a murdering piece of shit. Yep. Van Der Sloot's defense counsel filed a motion of habeas corpus, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a recourse in law through which a person can report an unlawful detention or imprisonment to a court and request that the court order the custodian of the person, usually a prison official, to bring the prisoner to court and determine whether the detention is lawful. Disputing the legality of his detention and to nullify statements that he had given to the police. The motion was declared baseless by Superior Court Judge Wilder Cacique Alvazuri on June 25th. Cacique Alvazuri upheld all three depositions given by Van Der Sloot to police and stated that the defense laptop was sealed by the court. Navarro vowed to appeal all the way to the Supreme Court of Peru and the Inter-American Court of Human Rights with a legal strategy to paralyze the process. The Peruvian court replied that this approach would not succeed in delaying the case against Van Der Sloot, so don't even try, basically.
Yeah.
Navarro stated that he filed a suit against Chinche, who initially represented Van Der Sloot during his interrogation, charging her with abuse of authority, conspiracy to commit a crime, and misrepresentation, as he did not find her name on the list of the public defenders from Peru's Ministry of Justice. Navarro also filed a complaint against Van Der Sloot's translator, insisting that he misrepresented himself as an official translator in the Dutch embassy. Chinche rejected the claims against her, stating that Van Der Sloot had selected her as a private attorney after declining another defense attorney appointed by the state. She contradicted his claims that Van Der Sloot did not understand what he was signing, stating that she was able to speak to him in perfect Spanish. Or excuse me, that he was able to speak to her in perfect Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
The plot thickens.
He said that She said that Van Der Sloot expressed interest in talking about Holloway, thinking that it would get him extradited to Aruba.
Please tell me they had video of him like salsa dancing and all this other stuff, and like literally like singing like a whole song perfectly in Spanish.
Que necesito una poca de gracia. Sorry. It's like the little bit of Spanish we know. So Chinche also said that when she told Van Der Sloot that she noticed he was signing various documents with different signatures,
wow,
he signaled her to be quiet.
He's all, shut your mouth right now.
Yeah.
You don't want to sleep with the fishes, do you? I'm just kidding.
Coconuts would have been cool.
Pineapples shoved up his ass.
Sounds like Van Der Sloot thought that he could outsmart or weasel his way out of guilt. Yeah, and he ethically failed.
He's smarter than Ted Bundy to where he didn't represent himself.
True.
Which would have been hilarious.
Oh, God, I would love to see that. So Navarro stated on August 21st, 2010, that the case had stagnated because an official interpreter was unable to be found in the case in Peru. The Peruvian Association of
what? How hard is it to find someone who speaks English?
Dutch.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah. The Peruvian Association of Translators and Interpreters and the Dutch Embassy both separately stated at the time that they had been unable to locate anyone to officially translate Spanish into Dutch.
How? I mean, okay, so then, I don't know, seek elsewhere, like possibly, I don't know, Denmark, or was he, what's the name of the country he's from? Is it Denmark?
He's from the Netherlands.
The Netherlands, there you go. It's not complicated. And then, yeah.
So unlike Aruba and the United States, Peru does not guarantee a right to a speedy trial. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
On September 6th, a Peruvian appeals court voted 2-1 to reject Van Der Sloot's motion that he was being unlawfully held. Peruvian statutes permit a suspect to be detained for up to 18 months for interrogation, though Navarro expressed skepticism that law enforcement officers would do this to his client. In February of 2011, Navarro filed a violent emotion defense with the court, arguing that Van Der Sloot had entered into a state of temporary insanity because Flores found out about his connection to Holloway from his laptop. Under Peruvian law, if the judge accepts this crime of passion argument,
they're just throwing shit out there and seeing what sticks.
It's like spaghetti, man. The sentence for such a plea could be reduced to only 3 to 5 years. Navarro noted that this could allow Van Der Sloot to be eligible for parole as soon as 20 months. Oscar Gonzalez of the Peruvian police stated that an examination of Van Der Sloot's laptop determined that Flores could not have accessed any such information while she was staying at the hotel room with him. During the trial, the prosecution prepared a psychological investigation of Van Der Sloot, saying that he presents traits of an antisocial personality and is indifferent towards others' well-being. Well, duh. No
think?
Shit. Hey, how are you?
Hello.
Wanted, Dutch translator. Sounds like a job opportunity.
Exactly.
Could you imagine how much you could charge?
Right?
So you need to know both Spanish and Dutch and be able to translate between Spanish and Dutch. I got neither. I can tell when people are talking shit on me in Spanish. I can sing a few songs. Just hiding in the bathroom at work. Take that time. Goose blah blah. I totally understand that too. So on January 11, 2012, Van Der Sloot pled guilty to the qualified murder and simple robbery of Flores. He was convicted and sentenced to 28 years of imprisonment for the murder on January 13th, and he must pay the Flores family $75,000. Hours after learning of the sentence, Van Der Sloot was transferred to a maximum security prison, Piedras Gordas, located north of Lima. The fat what?
Where are you at?
Piedras Gordas.
Huh.
He is currently expected to be released on June 10th, 2038.
Yay.
And then we get him.
Yay. No, it's concurrent.
More than 100 an hour.
We don't get him.
Oh, yeah, it's concurrent. Fuck
Yep.
that.
He's serving 20 years. He will be done with his prison sentence with us literally in 20 years.
In August of 2014, Van Der Sloot was transferred to Chaya Palka
Yeah.
prison.
That place. That place is fucked up from what I heard.
Yeah, in the mountains of South Peru, where conditions are harsh due to the location's altitudes. 2 months later, a Dutch online news service claimed that Van Der Sloot was stabbed and critically injured by a fellow prisoner in Peru. Good.
Yay.
Van Der Sloot's wife's claim of stabbing is contested by Peruvian authorities. Okay.
We'll just stop it. We'll just do public reaction and then be done.
There's so much. Look at that.
No, there's
Actually,
not.
it's not much more left.
Let's just do public.
Let's just go through the rest of it. Van Der Sloot's cell became a target of a media circus, with reporters vying to gain access, like exclusive access, and report about his prison surroundings. Since his incarceration, he has consented to interviews only with De Telegraph, in which he admitted to extorting the Holloway family and said that he received a number of marriage proposals in his cell, probably from other dudes.
Yep.
Big ones named Bubba. I don't know what the Peruvian equivalent of Bubba would be, but
El Bubba.
It's probably have a great night at work. Sorry. Okay, 10K, 25K. Yes, exactly. It was probably some big guy that they call El Cucuy. Like,
or the diesel pumper is what they call them down there. But it translates to the diesel pumper.
El diesel pumper.
Diesel
pumper. Okay, anybody from this area? You can do it.
How do you say diesel pumper in Spanish, guys? If anybody can look it up for me real fast. No, you need to keep reading because translate. Babe, come on. Okay. Bomba diesel.
Bomba diesel.
El bomba diesel.
Fucking bomba. That's the best part about it. Pumper. Bomba. He can just go by Bomba.
No.
Because he's the pumper.
No. The diesel pumper's better. You gotta have it all in there.
So he is considered to interviews only with De Telegraph, in which he admitted to extorting the family. And he received plenty of marriage proposals in his cell, including one from a woman who wanted to have his child.
All the other men wanted to have his child too. Well, they wanted to give him a baby.
According to sources within the prison, Van Der Sloot sought $1 million in exchange for an on-camera interview.
The fuck are you gonna do with $1 million, dude? You're stuck in there until 2038, and more than likely you'll die before then.
Buy cigarettes.
Cigarettes for bomba
diesel.
Diesel.
He's like, gasolina, tamina gasolina.
It's not gasoline, it's diesel.
Diesel's still gas. Keep reading, essay. Hey, TK, how's your trip?
Hello.
She is not in San Diego at this moment. The Office of Internal Affairs of the National Penitentiary Institute of Peru began administrative and disciplinary action on August 23rd, 2010, when Peruvian network America Televisión aired a picture of Van Der Sloot with 3 other inmates that had been taken with official photographic equipment at Miguel Castro prison. The photo included Van Der Sloot casually posing with Colombian hitman Hugo Trujillo Ospina and American murderer William Trickett Smith. The second.
The second.
From Pennsylvania. He killed his Peruvian wife. And yeah, Hugo Trujillo Ospina. Van Der Sloot and Smith have been referred to by local media as the foreigners accused of the most talked about assassinations in our country. On September 11th, 2010, Beth Holloway and DeVry DeVries, traveled to Peru with a Dutch television crew to visit the prison. According to Navarro, his client was taken to meet them practically by force. Navarro stated that the meeting with Holloway took less than 1 minute. Holloway said that she told Van Der Sloot that she had no hate in her soul for him and asked about her daughter's disappearance, to which Van Der Sloot responded he could not speak to her without his lawyer present and handed her Navarro's business card. However, Holloway also stated in interviews about the encounter, "I've hated him for 5 years. I want to peel his skin off."
Yeah.
That's the real thing. Did he take guitar lessons? He might have done the 150 hours to join the Church of Beep Boop.
Right.
So, according to Navarro, Holloway was snuck into the prison without identifying to the Dutch television crew who she was. A prison spokesman stated that Holloway's name was not found on the registry for the visitors. Holloway and the crew were removed from the prison reportedly after a hidden camera was discovered by the guards. Representatives for Holloway and DeVries denied that a hidden camera was involved.
She actually got into prison?
Yeah.
This lady's fucking awesome.
Right. So basically she said that there was no hidden camera or anything that was seized.
Yeah.
Miguel Castro prison warden Alex Samame Pina was suspended after video segments of the confrontation between Holloway's mother and Van Der Sloot later began to air on a Dutch network, SBS6, which is a free-to-cable commercial TV channel. In October of 2010, America Television broadcast video of a transaction for weed within the prison that was conducted by a shirtless man.
Fucking hell.
Addressed as Gringo Van Der Sloot.
He's everyone's bitch. This is awesome.
Gringo. Beep boop. The name of the prison still makes me like, yeah, Castro. It is Miguel Castro.
Miguel.
Pantless too. Yes. The pantless Gringo Van Der Sloot. Navarro said that the situation was staged and asked the National Penitentiary Institute can't speak to investigate how it was leaked. Prison spokesperson Bruno Guzman said that Van Der Sloot had been painting his cell to improve his conditions.
How the fuck did he get paint?
The investigation was being investigated. Van Der Sloot's mother, Anita, stated in a Dutch interview that her son could have killed Flores and that she's not going to visit him in prison. She said in another interview that she hopes to talk to the family of the victim and apologize. She said, "I believe in karma. I believe in that strongly. I believe that if you do things that you shouldn't do, that a lot of shit happens to you." He didn't want to listen to his parents. He didn't listen to me this last time. I tried to do my best. I don't think I could have done more. He's considered an adult now. He has to do whatever he needs to do. And that is tell the truth about what happened.
Huh.
That's Van Der Sloot.
His mother.
Yeah, that's his mom. And she is remarried, by the way, because now her name is Anita Van Der Sloot Hugen. In February of 2011, Navarro protested a decision by prison officials to deny Radio Netherlands Worldwide permission for a subsequent interview with Van Der Sloot. Navarro claimed that the ruling was influenced by upcoming general elections. Just down to two things here. In February 2021, Van Der Sloot was convicted of drug trafficking while serving a sentence in Chayapalca prison in the capital of San Roman province.
Juliaca?
Juliaca?
Juliaca. Juliaca. There you go. Juliaca.
Yeah.
It legit is that. It is Juliaca.
Juliaca. He had set up a cocaine trafficking operation inside the prison where a family member of a fellow detainee used sugar beets to smuggle cocaine into the prison in August of 2020.
Bro, just put him in a baggie and shove him up your ass. You don't need to shove him in sugar beets and then shove that in your ass.
I got beets in my butt.
You don't even need, you guys went too far.
Got beets in my butt. Van Der Sloot proceeded to deal the cocaine inside the prison, as well as setting up trafficking network
Fucking
by
hell, man.
forwarding packages of cocaine from the prison to other destinations abroad. He was eventually found out by the prison officials.
Okay, maybe he wasn't the bitch.
He was given an additional 18 years added to his original sentence. He now is scheduled to be released in 2045 because Peruvian law prohibiting prison sentences from exceeding a maximum of 35 years when the prisoner has not been sentenced to life imprisonment.
So he wasn't. So he's at the maximum now, is what it is.
Now he's at the max, yeah.
Yeah.
On July 4th, 2014, Van Der Sloot married a Peruvian woman named Lady Figueroa, whom he met while he was selling goods inside the prison. She was 7 months pregnant with his child at the time. Wait, what?
Yeah, it's prison.
Oh, when they got married.
Well, their prisons are also set up differently. I know I was making the joke about how they get paint, but theirs is literally set up like towns inside the prison, and like depending on how bad or badass of a person you are, that's where you're going to be at. And it sounds like he basically took to being a gangster in there, you know.
Yeah. Well, so on September 28th, 2014, she gave birth to a daughter in Peru. And at some point during this year, 2023, he and Figueroa got a divorce. And she has now stated this year that she intends to change her daughter's last name to avoid any association with her former husband.
You can legit, like in Mexican prisons, you can actually move your family in with you. Your family can freely go in and out.
That's like medieval times shit.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, that is what we've got about Joran Van Der Sloot, the fucking prick.
Yeah.
And yeah,
that's it.
He's like Figaro.
Figaro.
Sugar beads.
I thought Hex was it. Oh, I thought Hex said sugar beads.
I really do love sugar beets. Yes.
I've never had them actually.
Yeah, you have.
When?
I've made them.
You have?
They actually are just the sweet beets.
No.
Yes.
The sweet beets comes from Little John. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you for joining us tonight. This has been fun.
Next week is do you want to announce it or what?
Yeah, next
Friday.
Okay, so this Wednesday, Akia Chit Chat has Silas Reaper, which I'm totally stoked about because I have not had her on yet. And on Friday, we will have JD Daniels and Dim. It's going to be a Akia Chit Chat Roots Bleed Red crossover.
Yeah, we swapped with Mother de Mort, so she's
Yes.
Yep.
And since it's Black Friday, we hoped that some people would just want to stay inside and hang out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to want to go out there.
Fuck
that.
I'm going to go out and work during the day, but that's still going to be hell too.
Fuck that. All right. I'm going to use a really old intro.
Yeah.
Outro.
We are out.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Oh.